And I happened to have just won a prestigious prize in Australia that came with prize money. And for that prize, you had to say what you would use the prize money for. And I said, one of the things that young conductors always struggle with is having up-to-date footage for job applications. So I hired a small string ensemble of really great players in the city to do a bunch of different excerpts and film it so that I would have new footage to send out for applications. 3 members of the search committee came to that filming day, and we just had a rehearsal last night, and the quality of this orchestra has just, it's been exponential, the growth. This music does for me something that nothing else does. It's meditation, it's my religion, it's my spirituality, it's my intellectual stimulation. It's so multifaceted. So I want the rapt attention, but I don't want the feeling that a lot of people have of I can't move, I'm not allowed to move. I want them to be mesmerized. And so part of what I do is I talk to the audience and I contextualize it historically and most importantly emotionally. So they've got a sense of this is a story, this is telling a story. It might just be abstract sound, but it's a narrative. And so I want them to jump on board my enthusiasm, and I want them to feel like this is something that they can be a part of, not passively observe, but actively participate. Trying to become a professional conductor is like trying to become a professional Hollywood actor or the CEO of a Fortune 500 company. It's a very competitive field and it's highly specialized. So to a young conductor, I would say the most important skills to acquire are developing your score reading, your clef reading, as much as possible languages, or at least a facility with French, German and Italian. If you can't speak them, know how to pronounce them and know what what a lot of the words mean, because in music a lot of the words repeat themselves. Study the culture and the history of the places. Travel if you can, because that is the basic skill set that you need to bring before you start to try to become a conductor. And then becoming a conductor is a different thing than being a music director. Conducting is about your ability with the orchestra, which is stick technique and rehearsal technique. Being a music director is having vision and knowing how to grow an organization, which has a whole other skill set of intuition about media, intuition about finances and budgets and business and branding and community engagement, all of which came to me instinctively. I don't have any study or background in that, and that's because my dad was a businessman, I think. And find a mentor. My goal for any ensemble is the same, which is to make them the best version of themselves. And I don't believe that growth can ever must stop. I think every orchestra can continue to grow infinitely, and to grow the audience to the point where every show that we perform is sold out. And I want, as I said earlier, I want to bring this music to as wide a public as possible, because it's been so enriching for me, and I know that the only thing that is keeping it from being as popular as football is that there's a behavioural element expected in the consumption of this that is more passive, but I want to try and change the way that people perceive that so that they can feel more comfortable and more at home, and that it's just really exciting. You've got to concentrate, but you've got to concentrate when you watch football as well. Otherwise you miss something. And then you're irritated that you missed the great play and the touchdown or the great tackle or whatever. So it's the same thing. It's just that you need to learn how to speak the language of the music. And that's part of what I'm trying to do.